I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. Mayor Karen Bass leads Shine LA, a new initiative to clean the city for world visitors coming our way. Rain or shine, this will be an ongoing program to prepare city neighborhoods for the world stage.
So today is Shine LA, which is a collaboration with the mayor and the Board of Public Works. And we are going to be going across the city of Los Angeles to beautify and clean up our city. But this morning we are starting in Hollywood, right in the heart of District 13.
This is a great day in LA. Now, it's supposed to be Shine LA. It would be helpful if the sun came out and shined a little bit on us. But it doesn't matter because we're going to get the job done, rain or shine.
Today we brought a whole lot of volunteers in the Hollywood area, part of Mayor Bass's LA Shine. We had a bit of rain, but the volunteers went out, cleaned a whole lot of trash and debris from the streets around the Hollywood area.
I'm an LA native, and I just wanted to give back to the community, and we're here, rain or shine, helping out.
I think giving back is super important. The community of LA is a strong and resilient community, and something I'm proud to be a part of and a recent part of, and seeing everybody out here even in the rain was super inspiring.
It's just necessary to always be helping out the community where you see it fit, picking up the trash on the sides, saying hello to your friendly neighbor. Everyone had beautiful energy. It was just very inviting, so it was nice.
Civic engagement is about being constant and persistent. And so this is an example of what we could be doing every single weekend or every single day in the city. And so hopefully we inspire a lot of folks to be involved in the political process, be involved with their city.
The great thing about Shine LA is community residents coming together, community organizations, our businesses who are all excited and willing and ready to get LA together to welcome the world.
The Los Angeles Police Department has issued a warning about a spate of jewelry thefts with distinct methods. The thieves are using distraction techniques to steal personal jewelry. Take a look.
The Los Angeles Police Department's warning the public about a series of thefts and robberies that share some distinct and concerning commonalities.
So today's press conference was really to bring awareness to distraction theft from person. This is a type of theft where we have individuals approaching mostly our elderly community who might be out walking a dog or just taking a leisurely walk, trying to show them jewelry and removing their valuable jewelry off of them, leaving behind fake jewelry. We have approximately in excess of 140 reports just in the Los Angeles Police Department that we become aware of, and approximately 86 here in the San Fernando Valley between the 7 divisions that make up what we call Operations Valley Bureau.
Pay attention to your surroundings. Look out for individuals or vehicles that may be following you. Avoid engaging with strangers who approach you in a vehicle or on foot.
So the press conference was, one, to bring awareness and to give some safety tips for our community. We know that men and women are working together. They may approach them in a vehicle and try to have them come over and lean in the car to give them directions, or approach them on the sidewalk and engage them in conversation or in some cases prayer, and get very close to them to where they can touch them. Our elderly population a lot of times might be targeted because they are from a generation of trust and they're in their neighborhood and they feel secure. We're looking for any victims we need to know, because that will help us identify these suspects, but also to keep our community safe.
After city trees were chopped down in an act of vandalism, community groups mobilized. Concerns for residents, business, and the environment propel them to act and quickly secure replacement trees.
Over the weekend, downtown LA suffered from an unconscionable act of vandalism when someone cut down several trees in the public right-of-way. For many of our downtown LA residents, the public right-of-way is their front yard. It is their backyard. So the loss of these trees is personal.
I moved here about 20 years ago under the Live, Work, Play in downtown LA. So I'm very invested here. And like Councilwoman said, this is our backyard. And to have someone come in and try to undo the progress that we have done is just infuriating.
Our downtown LA stakeholders notified us about what was happening in our district, and our city family got quick to work. The Urban Forestry Division quickly cleaned the sites, and the Bureau of Street Services started looking for replacement options, and LAPD caught the perpetrator. But today, I'm pleased to announce that the Bureau of Street Services has committed to replacing the cut down trees. Thanks to the generosity of various community organizations and community members that have reached out, we're replacing the trees 2 to 1.
We really want to thank the residents of downtown LA for being our eyes and ears and letting us know what happened. And we encourage you to continue to do that. Report any kind of tree violations through our My LA 311 service request.
Well, downtown is alive and well. We want you to come downtown. It's very opening, very welcoming, very inclusive. And we're going to continue to advocate, and we're going to have our trees restored so it won't feel like a heat desert. You know, we will have the benefits of having mature trees, and so I'm excited about that. And thanks the Councilwoman for that.
In honor of Earth Day, Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez worked with the Office of Community Beautification and the LA City Department of Transportation to enable a cleaner, greener, and safer Pacoima.
Today we're here at Pacoima City Hall celebrating Earth Day because it's incredibly important that we collaborate with our community to help rebuild our tree canopy. We're giving away 100 free trees in partnership with the LA Beautification team.
So today we are here with the City Council office. We're here to give free trees away for those people with homes. They will be able to plant those trees in their yard so they can provide shade for them in the future. We're in a really hot area here. It's the valley. So it gets pretty hot, and obviously these trees will help shade your home and save yourself some electricity.
I did get an amazing pink tree, and from the people that were here helping me out today, they told me that it was a highly recommended tree, so I'm just hoping it blossoms and looks beautiful during the summer.
Hey guys, come get a tree.
Today we're also featuring our new Dash bus, which is going to be put into operation here in Pacoima. What's important about a Dash system is that it's a hyper-local solution for transportation needs that the community desperately needs, because so often our public transit doesn't also meet the locations that are most often frequented by our community members. The stops were informed by the community, and this is a fully electric system. It's affordable, it's clean, and it's hyper-local, and I'm proud that this is going to be the second Dash bus system I've introduced to the district since I've been in office.
We're so excited to be here and offer this amazing resources to the community. We're here with Metro, the Life program, as well as LA Dash. So the Dash has the services right now, especially with the Life program. They give you 90 days unlimited on the bus and 20 free rides every month for life. So the Dash is very good to get it right now, especially because we don't want people driving as many cars right now, especially with everything polluting the air. So it's very good to take the Dash.
It's incredibly important for our community to be part of how we green and maintain our communities. This is not something that the City of Los Angeles will ever be able to accomplish alone, and that's why together we need to exercise how we're going to make our communities greener, cleaner, and safer for all Angelenos.
Appreciating the planet can start at a local park. Council President Marquise Harris Dawson was at Harvard Park to celebrate Earth Day and plant the idea of greater community engagement year-round.
We are here at beautiful Harvard Park to celebrate the Seeds of Unity Festival, which marks Earth Day here in Los Angeles and around the world. This is the second year in a row that Scope has stepped up to sponsor this event. It's a big deal to us. We want organizations to come, populate the park, invite the neighborhood in, do some education, some resources, and a whole lot of fun. And that's what's happening here today at Harvard Park.
The point of coming together in this community is to celebrate our work and our advocacy for environmental justice here in South LA. The reason we do that is because we are disproportionately affected by the environmental injustices that plague this community. The earth is our home, and to the young people, I would just say anything that you can do to clean your home, to advocate for your home, it takes nothing to do so. You can start by cleaning up in your neighborhood. You can start by organizing in your neighborhood. Come down to Scope, communicate with your City Council President, Marquise Harris Johnson. Let him know what's important to you and how you want to show up here for your community and for your earth.
These events are so important to our public safety. Getting people in the park, doing everyday things, having visibility, connecting with their neighbors, that is really, to me, the root of safety, and that's the public part of public safety. In addition to what we're doing for the environment, in addition to what we're doing for young people, in addition to what we're doing for health and physical activity, and all the resources that are being given out.
The City of Los Angeles Emergency Management Department has opened applications for its 2025 Camp Ready LA program. Now in its third year, the program is for late high school, early college students who are interested in city service and first response or who've been impacted by a disaster. Camp participants will learn practical skills for many types of emergencies over the 4-day program, taking place from July 22nd to July 25th at LA City's Emergency Operations Center. Participants will build connections with other campers and emergency management experts while developing their own community leadership skills. Young Angelinos age 18 to 24 can apply for the 2025 Camp Ready LA program beginning May 1st. For more information, visit emergency.lacity.gov/ReadyLA. The Los Angeles Police Department Commercial Crimes Division announced the arrest of 2 people and the recovery of millions of dollars worth of goods by the Cargo Theft Unit. At storage unit facilities in the San Fernando Valley, detectives recovered over $1.2 million in stolen goods, which included tequila, speakers, clothing, and pet food. A stolen shipment of Bitcoin mining computers, valued at $2.7 million, was recovered at Los Angeles International Airport just as the computers were about to be loaded onto a flight to Hong Kong. The 2 arrests followed an extensive investigation in collaboration with Los Angeles Port Police, Union Pacific Police, and the Los Angeles World Airport Police. For more information, visit lapdonline.org. Los Angeles World Airport's LATW has recognized the winners of the 2024 Friendly Flyer Award Program at Van Nuys Airport. The Friendly Flyer Award Program was established in 2012 and is part of Van Nuys Airport's overall outreach and sustainability efforts. Award winners must have no violations of LATW's noise abatement and curfew regulation and be in observance of the Quieter Nights program, avoiding flights between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. Among the 26 award winners for 2024 are 22 repeat winners and 4 first-time winners, including ATI Jet, MC Group, OKVS, and Ventura Air Services. According to LATW, the Friendly Flyer Award winners reduced their nighttime jet operations by 21% year over year, benefiting the surrounding communities. For more information, visit latw.org/news-releases.
Picture this, the historic part of downtown on a Saturday. The streets are crowded with long lines of people and animals too. Dogs, cats, birds, and iguana. It can only be the blessing of the animals.
We are at El Pueblo de Los Angeles on Olvera Street celebrating the blessing of the animals. It's every Saturday right before Easter. It's such a beautiful day for all the families to come together. This is my first time doing this at El Pueblo. I've never seen so many animals, dogs, cats, doves, turtles. It's not only imperative that we take care of our constituents that are human beings, but also our 4-legged loved ones and our reptiles too.
This tradition goes back to the early founding of Los Angeles. That's when a lot of the farmers here in and around Los Angeles in the 18th and 19th century would have their cattle blessed by the church, here by the Placita Church. So in the 1930s, the Olvera Street merchants resurrected this tradition. But instead of cattle and cows, now we have our beloved dogs and cats and all the animals that we cherish every day. So this is a free and open event available to everybody of all faiths and backgrounds. But we have the Archbishop of the Catholic Archdiocese that blesses the animals here. And so we have all kinds of animals. We don't really discriminate against any animal. So long as you love that animal and you bring it with you, it deserves a blessing just like everybody else. And usually the animals are always well behaved. You know, I think they know that this is an important holy day for them. So they all are kind of in their Sunday best, well dressed, and they're here to really receive a blessing to hopefully have a good year for them. What's also really touching is that people also bring photos of their deceased animals, and they also bring ashes of their animals. So again, this is as all-inclusive and all-encompassing as possible in celebration of our animal friends.
Today we have represented the zoo. Obviously, lots of animals at the zoo who need blessings. We also have the Department of Animal Services. Animal Services is in charge of assuring safety and helping animals find homes. And we're offering free microchipping today. We saw during the fires that animals can get separated from their families. And without a microchip, we don't know how to get them back because they can't tell us. So it's absolutely critical. People microchip their animals and register the chip so that we know how to reunite you with your family member.
Our Pope Francis says that we remain in hope. Even though there are challenges in our society, hope and unity and the respect for the creation make us to walk forward. We respect this beautiful tradition and we take the opportunity to be in contact with all the families and feel that also that the family have respect for animals.
It's what God says. Jesus loves his little children. And it means, to me, that means my birds. And they get blessed every year. I feel that they have accomplished one of the biggest events of the year, and it's amazing. So if you haven't done it this year, I recommend you come next year and bring all your animals.
Move your feet to a beat that probably comes from the Congo. You might not know that's where it hails from, but you can hear more at Congo Sonic, which is part of the African American Composers Series.
Today we are opening the exhibition Congo Sonic, Bantu Beats Across the Americas. It's our 17th annual African American Composers Series. And this is such an important time to do that. As Black composers get shut down throughout the nation, we are excited to keep featuring African American composers here. This year, we decided to focus on how important the Democratic Republic of Congo and Greater Congo and the Bantu expansion have been to the music that we listen to, we dance to, we feel, and we live with every day in the Americas.
Just try to tell American like African music is no, we don't sing just because we love to sing. All African music is like a story. So when I'm singing something, is some story. I'm just a little bit excited, and I just call all American people who love culture, know the culture. They can come and it's going to be okay for everybody.
I've been collecting African and Latin music for about 25 years. I donated some of the album covers and information for today's exhibit, honoring the legacy of African American composers that have been such a huge influence and part of all of the music on these records here and part of the music that I love.
With regards to DJing, I think I like doing it because I like to experience the music with the people. Music has always been a strong influence and important aspect of my life. It keeps me motivated, it keeps me happy, and I like to share that experience with people, and I also like to take people on a journey with the music that I play. You know, I want to be part of this conversation to address the issues that's going on in the Congo and how their music has influenced different types of music throughout the world.
What the country of Congo is giving to America is a lot of roots.
Its roots are here, the diaspora of African music, African culture, African art, all of it which is intertwined has become a big part of Latin America, of the United States, and often it's been marginalized. Often it's been erased of that history, and having shows like this and having to be able to connect it to the current music or music in the past century allows folks in our community and abroad to be able to see and make those connections to center the influences that the Congo and Africa and indigenous people from around the world have had in making music today.
While it's small in size, this Westlake Park has substantial outreach. Now that spring is here, the recently renovated Hope and Peace Park hosted a bustling community celebration.
Today we're here at Hope and Peace Park in the Westlake neighborhood having our spring celebration with some of our partners such as Levitt LA and the Love vs. Hate campaign to come give some resources and some good times to our community for the spring and Easter.
So today we are helping Council District 1 with their spring egg hunt event. They went ahead and invited all our local organizations and partnerships to bring this beautiful event to our newly renovated Hope and Peace Park with our new playground. We had an egg hunt, tacos that were graciously sponsored by Healing Urban Barrios. We have LA Commons here doing an arts and crafts project and other community members and organizations.
Pues a ellos les gustó, a mi niño, el más pequeñito, se divirtió para agarrar huevitos, pues es la primera vez que yo vengo en este evento. Vivo aquí cerca, pero no se había hecho evento como este. Y me gustaría que se hiciera más seguido estos eventos.
We're very fortunate today to have this beautiful weather where families were able to come and enjoy the sunshine, hang out on the grass, picnic with us, and just enjoy our springtime activities.
So Hope and Peace Park is the front yard and backyard for many of our community members. This is one of the densest areas of the county and the city of LA. It's important that we have these opportunities for our families, especially the ones that rely so much on our green space, our publicly owned green space for activities for their families.
In this week's feature story, Carolyn Hull is the general manager of the city's Economic and Workforce Development Department. She tells our and police about job supports, business training, and the matching services the department supplies across the city.
Joining us today, we welcome Carolyn Hull. She is the General Manager of the Economic and Workforce Development Department, or the EWDD. We're so glad to have you with us, Carolyn.
It's great to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, glad to have you. Give us an overview of what the EWDD does.
The Economic and Workforce Development Department develops, delivers, and promotes programs and initiatives that support small businesses, that support youth development. We also have a real estate division that actually activates underutilized land so that we can provide revenue to the general fund. And we have a nationally recognized workforce development division that provides job training. We provide access to capital. We support incubators, because really our goal is to provide the resident with an opportunity to have a sustainable and living wage.
Talk a little bit more about the WorkSource Center. What exactly is that?
The WorkSource Centers, it's like a matching service for job seekers and employers. If you're a job seeker, you can go into one of our 17 WorkSource Centers and you can get assistance with building your resume, get assistance with doing mock interviews, job placement, understanding what training you're going to need, and it's all free. And if you're an employer and you're seeking employees, you can come to the WorkSource Center and talk about the skills that you're looking for. And if that skill set is not easily attainable, we can work with the job seekers and actually subsidize their training.
Let's talk a little bit about the JEDI Zone. First of all, terrific name. So clever. JEDI stands for Jobs and Economic Development Incentive Zone.
correct?
That's right.
That's correct. I had to check my work. What happens what is a Jedi zone? What happens there?
What we found is that so many of our main streets are so vital to what makes LA, LA for all of us. And so many of those main streets and communities need support for their small businesses. So what we did is we looked at communities and areas that were underserved, were challenged with high vacancy rates for their stores, and quite frankly, just needed a refurbishment and revitalization. So instead of looking at the city as a whole, what we did is try to concentrate resources into those areas so that it'd be most impactful.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about the youth and adult job fairs.
We are gearing up for our summer youth employment right now. And during the summer months, those are the big months for when we try to get our youth employed in internships. I would encourage our youth to go to our social media page and to keep posted on the events that we are hosting. This is job fair season, so please stay connected with us on social media.
When someone plans on going to a job fair, especially a young adult who may not have a lot of guidance in their life, should they go prepared to do an interview on the spot?
They should. They should come prepared to be interviewed on the spot. We try to make it as easygoing as possible. Sure. So they shouldn't worry about going and buying a suit. Right. Just come as you are.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I love it. Okay. Any other partnerships and collaborations with EWDD that you guys have over there that you'd like to speak more about?
Well, EWDD is working really closely with the mayor's office to develop strategies around the next 5 years of our workforce system and looking at those industries that are going to be the job generators for the next 20-25 years. Stay tuned.
You guys are on Instagram, you're on Twitter, you're on LinkedIn. All the information that anybody could need about the services you folks offer over there is there.
Absolutely.
LA City's Department of Recreation and Parks invites you to a nature hike with their urban ecologist through Ken Malloy Harbor Regional Park. Urban ecologist Ryan Kinzel will be guiding participants through the unique habitat of this harbor city park. The park's Machado Lake is part of SoCal's natural water habitat and home to over 300 species of migratory birds. Enjoy the sights and sounds of native animals and plants at Ken Malloy Harbor Regional Park. Wear comfortable shoes and bring water for this nature hike with Urban Ecologist on Saturday, May 10th at 8 a.m. Learn more under the Events tab at laparks.org. Saturday, May 10th is Board Game Day at the Downtown Central Library. Bring your favorite board game and connect with community members at this monthly meetup, which welcomes new and experienced players. Don't worry if you don't have a game. Join a gaming group as it forms, or borrow a game from the library's welcome table in the rotunda. Whether you bluff, strategize, or simply want to roll the dice, join LA's public library at the Central Library for Board Game Day on Saturday, May 10th at 12 p.m. Learn more at lapl.org/events. Mother's Day is coming, and Green Meadows Recreation Center presents its Mother's Day brunch on Saturday, May 10th. LA City's Department of Recreation and Parks and Council member Corinne Price are making sure that moms get the honors they deserve at this annual community luncheon. The event will have music, food, entertainment, and an opportunity to celebrate and thank moms and mother figures. The Green Meadows Mother's Day brunch takes place on Saturday, May 10th, beginning at 10 a.m. For more information, see the calendar at cd9.lacity.gov. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at LACityBeat.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.